Hey, welcome to Backroads Life. I'm Chef Jan. I am so glad you guys are here. I was noticing while the opening was coming on, we've got my son Caleb. Hey, baby. I love you. I'm so glad you're here. That just made my night. Ingrid, girl, you better have been here. My sis Barbara and my sis Shelly. I tell you what, those two girls, if I ever get them together, it's going to be... Boy, it's going to be something. Peggy, hey. Jess, hey. Darla, hey. Esther, hey. Goodness gracious, I am so glad y'all are here. How's your week been? I know that Caleb's kind of had a rough week. I saw some pictures and stuff. And let me tell you, my son is one of the hardest working men I know. And I want to tell you, Caleb, I'm very proud of you. I saw some of the pictures and stuff that you had to work on this week, and I was like, oh, Lord, 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 bless that boy. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but this is my chocolate night. Go figure. Yeah, we've got everything chocolate. Look here, folks, we've got some stuff. This is cheesecake. Look at that. It's all dipped in chocolate. We have bananas dipped in chocolate, rolled in salted peanuts. We got chocolate chip cookies. We got chocolate covered mango, apricots. We have the nut clusters. We have pineapple. I'm trying to remember what all this mess is. Good Lord, I've been doing chocolate all dadgum day long, y'all. We have Oreo Truffles. Oreo Truffles. Ingrid, you know I can't do anything without Oreos. Okay, so we've got some cream cheese filled chocolate dipped strawberries. We have, Barbara, here is the chocolate covered cherries. Is your mama here? Did she get in from here? Did she get to your place from New York? I'm checking to see. Did she get? Hey, Rhea. See you, girl. Mary, Janet. So good y'all are here. Man, I'm glad. Have y'all gained any weight since you saw this stuff already? Okay, we've got some chocolate covered Fig Newton bars. Do y'all like Fig Newtons? I love Fig Newtons. We have chocolate covered pretzel rods. We have chocolate covered Ruffle potato chips, y'all. Oh my goodness. And then of course, I'm not touching it because I don't have my gloves on. You remember those old Nutter Butters? I finally found some. Our store here out in Oklahoma is Crest, and I found some with the wafer. Normally they're the ones that shape like the peanut, but the peanut shell. But I found the old-fashioned kind that I know. So, yeah, cream cheese filled strawberries, Jess. We fixing to do them too. We're gonna make them up. Check out my cake, Caleb. Yeah. Now I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all a little story. Yeah, Uncle Bubba's on his way. I'm gonna tell y'all a little story about my son, and I don't want him to get angry with me, but this is the way my son, I used to make the Mississippi mud cake. Caleb, you remember that? Mississippi mud cake. That boy would, honest before God, he would go get, when he came home and saw that I had made that cake, he took the pan and took a fork and a glass of milk. It was done. It was over. So, yeah. Yeah, Caleb, I didn't make your Mississippi mud cake tonight, baby. I will, though. If you'll notice, we've got 22 pounds of Belgium chocolate sitting right here. It don't get much better than that. We got 11 pounds of milk chocolate and 11 pounds of dark chocolate. I don't know, some people like the dark, some people like the milk chocolate. It doesn't matter. I like it all. Do you guys understand? Okay, now you've heard me talk about my zero sugar diet. Can you for a moment imagine the torture I have been through today trying to get this prepared for y'all? And it was like, I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going. It's been tough, but I did it. Yes, I did. So here we have, if y'all are wondering what this is. Oh, hey, Ann. Oh my gosh. It's so good to see you. Let me tell you about Ann. People are going to quit coming because I'm talking about them. I taught in Indianapolis when we were there. I taught the Wilton classes in Joann's. And Ann, I am so sorry. I forget what street that was on. But anyhow, she was the manager of Joann's. Let me tell you something. I love her dearly. She was just, her and Ingrid, Phil was there. And that was the greatest experience I had ever had teaching for Wilton. Thank you, Ann. You ain't getting there no samples, Jackie. It's all right here. It's right here. Fred, did y'all see that Fred saw his shadow? Fred Hog Day, it was sad. It was really sad. And honestly, it has done nothing but get colder and colder out here in Oklahoma. It was a sad day. It was a freezing day that day, and it's still freezing out here. So, okay, we're going to get started. Now, I think we're going to start with, Fred, excuse me, honey, excuse me, I need to get a strawberry. Okay, I'm going to be using this camera right here. Now, on your strawberries, see that little spot right in there? That little hole right there? That's what we're going to, okay, 86th and ditch. Thank you, Ingrid. Thank you. I could not for the life of me remember. So what we're going to do, what we need to do, we're going to fill these with cream cheese. So what we need to do is take our little knife, our knife, which we're going to talk about some knives after a while. We're going to try to do everything we can to cut that out. Can you see what I'm doing? We're going to cut that out. We're going to bring out that core. We want to get that core out so that we can get down into that berry. Okay? Now, let me tell you guys something about your berries while we're working on this. A little tip. A little tip. When you get your berries from the store, you want to bring those things home. And now don't think nothing when I tell you this, okay? But you want to have some vinegar. And you want to mist these things with vinegar. Let them sit out for a little bit and then rinse them. Let me tell you what that's going to do. That is going to kill any bacteria. Do y'all ever have strawberries that grows hair? I think everybody's had strawberries that grows hair. It sits in the refrigerator, and like 2 days after you've got them, you open them up and there's hair everywhere. To eliminate that, you're going to bring your berries home, put them in a colander, mist them down with, I keep a bottle of vinegar, pure vinegar, Some people say dilute it, but I don't dilute mine. Vinegar don't hurt nobody. I take my vinegar and I mist my berries. I let them sit there for a few minutes. And then I'll rinse them off and let them air dry. I can promise you, I have had berries in my refrigerator for up to 2 weeks, not an ounce of hair. That vinegar kills the bacteria that's on these berries. And it gives they're just happy, happy, happy. So, okay. Now, let me show you what this is. All right, I'm going to lay my berry right there. We have a piping bag full of cream cheese, a cream cheese filling. It's my personal recipe that will be posted on the group page after we do this. If y'all are still able to survive, but I put it in a piping bag and I use a star tip, and it's tip number 16 for those of you that have decorating tips and know what I'm talking about. If not, you can just put it in a little Ziploc bag and clip off just the very end, the very tip end of that bag. And then what we're going to do, we're going to fill this sucker up. That's what we're going to do. Was I not supposed to say that? So here we go. We've got the tip, and we're going, because see that hole that we've dug out? We're going to fill, wow, we're going to fill that thing. Look at that. Look at that. Am I in the camera? Okay. That strawberry is filled. It's filled. Yes, it is. Okay. So we've got that one done. Do y'all want to see that again? Okay, we're going to do that one more time just so you got it. Just so you got it. So here is, we need to get that middle part out. Okay? So we're going to take our handy dandy little paring knife. We're going to go around. We're going to cut this out. See that? See that part, that core we're trying to get out? We're going to work our knife around inside. Rayleigh, how are you doing, baby? Do you like chocolate and strawberries? Well, I'm fixing some, honey, right here. Okay, so we're going to get that out. We've got that out. Okay, and we're going to fill this. Okay, we've got that hole. And I'll tell you what, now is the time to get you some berries. Look at that. Look at that. Boy, thanks. Those of you that have taken my Wilton classes, this is like injecting a cupcake. So that strawberry is filled with cream cheese. Now, if y'all are wondering what this white thing is right here, let me tell you another little secret, another little trick. Okay? Another little trick. When you're working with chocolate, tempered chocolate. Now, tempering chocolate is another lesson for a different time, because we don't have enough time for me to teach y'all how to temper chocolate and then do all this. So tempering chocolate is going to be something else. Once you've got your chocolate tempered and it's at the right temperature, then you take your heating pad. There's a heating pad under here. And you cover it with a nice clean food safe towel, clean towel, and you just sit your chocolate. See? I've got my chocolate right here. There's my white chocolate. It's nice and warm. It's going to keep it at its temperature. So here we have we have our chocolate. And it's ready. It is ready. Okay, so let me start off with something else here. I'm going to do something else for a minute. Let's talk about chocolate covered cherries. Here are, which camera am I going to? There you go. Here is a chocolate covered cherry. Now let me cut this open and I want to show you something. And this recipe is also going to be in the, okay, here we go. This is a sugar fondant that you will wrap around your cherry. You'll put it in the refrigerator once it's wrapped. Once it's chilled, then you'll dip it in the chocolate. Now, what is in that is a product called invertase. Okay? What this is going to do is it's going to break down that sugar that's in that sugar fondant, that pink stuff that I just showed you. And within 3 to 4 days, you will cut open your cherry and it will be filled with your sugar filling, your liquid filling. It will turn everything to liquid. So that's what will happen within 3 to 4 days. It breaks the sugar down, and I just made a mess. Okay? So I'll also have the recipe for this. I have a little bit left, so I want to show you what to do. It's like a fondant. Okay? It's you have powdered sugar, you have butter, you have some other stuff. I ain't gonna give you the whole recipe right now. You'll have to you have to get on my group page, yada yada yada. Okay? Alright. Now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna break off a piece of this. We're gonna roll it up. Now, keep in mind that you've let your cherries drain overnight so that they have no excess juice in them. Okay? Now we're going to take our cherry. We're going to wrap this cherry. Now Barbara, your Mama's wanting to make these while she's visiting with you. So this is what we're doing. This is how she does it. You just wrap that cherry up, close in around that stem, and then we're just going to gently roll it around. Okay? So all this pink stuff, which is sugar and cherry juice and all that kind of stuff, I'm not giving you the recipe until you're going to have to join the group. All of this pink stuff will break down. You have to, once you dip your cherries, you're going to leave them at room temperature for about 2 to 3 days, and that's when they'll start breaking down. You can check them if you feel like you need to. Of course, check them. Of course. So then you chill that. You'll chill that and let the fondant around the outside of it get good and stiff. Then you'll dip it. Okay. So, do we need to go over that again? I tell you what, let's do that one more time. Okay. Let's do that one more time. So we're going to break off. Okay, Terry. Oh, God bless you, honey. Okay. Well, you take care of you, okay? All right. Aaron, are you watching, babe? All right. So we're just mashing that out. We're going to take our drained cherry, and it doesn't have to be a long stem. If you can't find the long stems, just get the regular cherries. I know, Tammy. I know. Hey, Tiff. Hey, baby girl. Aaron, these will test you, okay? These will test you. Okay, so we've got that wrapped around, and we're going to gently roll that, just ever so gently, to try to get the wrinkles and stuff all worked out and get you a nice smooth, because if it's not smooth, then it'll show up when you dip your chocolate. Hey, Tiff, baby. How is everybody in your house? Is everybody asleep? Okay, so there we've got one that's ready to dip. Ready to dip. Okay, so Aaron, do you need to see that anymore, honey? Okay, now, let's see what else we can do. Okay, look over here. Does anybody, where's the camera? Does anybody know what that is? Ingrid, you know what this is? This is the filling for our Oreo Truffles. Yes, it is. Oreos. Tiffany, Chantel, you know what? I did not eat one Oreo today. Not one. Are you proud of your mama? Yeah, Aaron, I'll have the recipe later, babe. But, okay, so you want to get a nice little, this recipe will also be on the group page, guys, so if y'all have not joined the group page, oh, let me say something real quick right here. I had a question brought up to me the other day, precious lady. And she asked me, she said, does it cost to join your group page? No. I know that there's a lot of groups out there that are paid groups, and I understand that. You know, everybody's doing their own thing. But my group, My Backroads Life with Chef Jan, is not a paid group. I just need everybody to move over there, because the 1st of March, the beginning of March, we won't be right here on the confections page anymore. Every one of these videos will be on My Backroads Life with Chef Jan. So that's why I have been trying so hard to get everybody just to shift over there. And no, you don't have to pay a dime to be on that group page, okay? There's a stigma, and I understand that, and there are a lot of paid groups out there, but mine's not, okay? So, all right, back to our Oreo Truffle. Oh my gosh. Okay, you didn't miss anything, Ingrid. What we did is, and I'm going to give you the recipe over on the group page. This is Oreos, and you'll find out on the group page. So, all right, so we're going to roll that. We're going to take that once we've got it rolled, and we're going to chill that, okay? So I think that was pretty easy. Everybody understands how, yeah, Tiff, it is good, honey, and it smells amazing. What's a disgrace, Tiff? What did I do? Okay. Now, Dina, it's so good to see you, honey. Now, cheesecake. I made a cheesecake. And there's a lot of people that when they make their cheesecake bites, they want it to be just strictly cheesecake. Well, I'm not one of those people. I want some graham crackers. I just want some graham crackers with mine. I'm just going to tell you. There is one of the most wonderful, comforting snacks for me, and my mama too was the same thing. She would love to get her some graham crackers and a little glass of milk, and she'd dunk and dunk and dunk. And let me tell you something, I love that. So I love graham crackers. So in my cheesecake, when we do our cheesecake bites, I make sure that the graham crackers is in with the cheesecake. I know, Tiff, I didn't eat a Oreo all day. I was waiting on you, honey. Okay, so again, we're going to do this the same way. This is cheesecake mixture with the graham cracker crumbs mixed in it. Yes, Tammy, it is amazing. Tiffany, that's right. Tiffany still dunks her graham crackers. I tell you what, my mama started a tradition. Okay, so we've got our cheesecake rolled into a ball. And we'll take that and we'll refrigerate that. Is this any good for y'all? Are y'all having a good time? Hey, Jeannie. Oh, yeah, the vanilla wafer crust is good too. I'm telling you, yes it is. Yes it is. Okay. So, let us do this. There is so much stuff. I mean, let me try this. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pull my chocolate over here. When you've got your chocolate tempered, you want to make sure and keep stirring it at all time because you want it to stay the same temp all the way through. And again, like I say, tempered chocolate is going to be another class. Once we get into the group, that's going to be another class because tempering chocolate is it's not that it's hard, but you just got to make sure and do it right. Okay. So I baked me some chocolate chip cookies. So all we really want to do, Fred, you are just about in my way, son. Just about. Okay, we're going to take I'm still a double boiler type of girl. I do my chocolate. Now we're going to take our cookie, and no, we're not going to dunk it. We want to kind of make a really pretty, we want to turn, we want to twist the cookie, okay? And we want to tap off the excess chocolate. Yeah, Jeannie, Jeannie ordered a lot of stuff today. She's going to be on a sugar high once she gets her order. Okay, so we've just done a decorative thing. You know, you twist your cookie when you dip it. You want to get off the excess chocolate. Lay that there because that will go in the refrigerator to chill. Okay, so you know how to dip a cookie. Now, let's make some peanut clusters. Okay, you're going to take your little chocolate smiley face. That's right, Tiff. Jeannie, what I've been doing for the past few months is I have been attempting a zero sugar diet. You know, I love the creation, and it's hard for me to stay away, but I also know that I want to make sure that I can lose some weight. All right, what we're going to do, first we want to put our chocolate down in the bottom of our little cup. Just a little bit here. Okay, tap that around. We're going to take our peanuts. We're going to drop our peanuts down in there. Kind of push them down into that chocolate. Then we're going to put a layer of chocolate on top. Oh my gosh. I just wish y'all could smell this. I just wish. I just wish y'all could smell this chocolate. Okay. So we've got that in there. We're going to tap the bottom. Again, we'll set these in the refrigerator to chill. And there is our peanut cluster. We're going to do the same thing with our candied pineapple. Oh, let me tell you something. Chocolate and pineapple. Have mercy. That's all I got to say. Have mercy. Okay, so we put that down in the bottom. We get a few good chunks of our candied pineapple. Put that down in there. Put that down in there. You know what? I want one more piece. I'm going to put that right there. Then we're going to coat that. Our chocolate on top of that. We're going to tap that. And there is our pineapple. Candied pineapple cluster. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Is this not getting good? Okay, now we're done with our peanuts and our pineapple. Now, why don't we try a banana? What do you think about that? Okay, now what you want to do, you want to take your banana and cut it in half and put it in the freezer. It's going to get really good and frozen. Then we're going to dip it. And then we'll roll it. My bucket of chocolate runneth low. Okay, now keep in mind that this is frozen, so it's going to freeze that chocolate real fast, so you get them immediately down into the nuts so that the chocolate will adhere, the nuts will adhere to the chocolate. Okay? So there. Yes. Look at that. Is that wonderful? Frozen bananas on a stick. Now, got a little excess chocolate there. Yeah, let me tell you something. I am making a mess, but you know what? When you work with chocolate, you make a mess. Now, the next one. Yoo-hoo. Let's do a little cheesecake bite. And let's hope I've got enough chocolate to do this cheesecake bite. These are so good. I remember when we used to go into Memphis, there was a place right there off of Beale Street. Tiffany, I don't know if you and Caleb remember this or not, but they had slices of cheesecake on a stick. Frozen cheesecake. Oh my gosh, that stuff. I think we went there on Mother's Day one Sunday. And that was my treat. I got a piece of cheesecake, frozen cheesecake on a stick. Oh, have mercy. Have mercy on my soul. That was good. Okay, now, remember, when you're working with the frozen, you've got to work fast, because the minute that chocolate hits that, it's done. You can see it matting. The chocolate is matting now, and so it's done. It's set. So make sure you work real quick with that. The other thing is you want to get your little cupcake holder, and you'll sit that down in there. Oh, Sadie, I'm so glad. When you come to Tutu's house, we'll make some stuff, okay? Me and you and Logan and Fisher. All right. Now, has anybody ever dipped apricots in chocolate? Can the chocolate cheesecake ship? No, ma'am, I'm sorry. That chocolate cheesecake cannot ship, sweetie. I mean, I know there are people that do that, but I don't like to take that chance. Okay, so here we've got our apricot, pecan, however y'all want to say it. I love these things. Love these things. Tammy, you need to have you some chocolate covered apricots. They are so good. And of course with that Belgium chocolate, it don't get much better than that, folks. It really don't get much better than that. Okay, so you're going to dip that. Let's find something else to dip. How about a sugared mango slice? What do you think? Candied mango slices. I mean, heck, might as well, right? Oh, you talk about something good. Oh, my Lord have mercy. I love me some mango. When we lived in Hawaii, we had some friends of ours that went to church with us, and he was in the Navy, and they had a mango tree in their yard. Oh, my goodness. They bring those mangoes to church. It was, oh. Okay, so we've got that. We're going to lay that there. Let's find something else. How about a fig Newton? Now, this is not your regular fig Newton. We get these, I don't know if you've heard of, if y'all have a Sprouts where you're at. We have a Sprouts that's a farmer's market here in Oklahoma. And, I mean, it's all things organic, all things natural, all things good. So these are, there are no preservatives in these fig Newtons, which y'all know how I feel about preservatives. And they have a whole wheat coating around them. So let's dip them. Let's take that healthy little fig Newton and dip it in some chocolate. Okay. And I'm running low on chocolate. Yeah, Tiffany just dipped her finger. I want y'all to know my daughter's in nursing school, and she's supposed to be studying, but she is a chocoholic like her mother is, like her brother is. Man, it must run in the family. Okay, so we're going to dip half of this. We're going to let that set. Okay? Then we're going to come back and we're going to dip the other half in white chocolate. Okay? Don't worry, we have more chocolate. We have more chocolate. We are not running out. Oh, Shelly, y'all have Sprouts? Oh, that's right. Tiffany told me y'all have Sprouts down there. Okay. I am so glad y'all have Sprouts. I love Sprouts. All right, now we're going to... Hang on. Hang on. Okay, you cannot have... You can't have Oreo... can't have pretzels without Oreos. So what we're going to do, we're going to dip our We're just going to kind of pour this over our pretzel. And no, you don't have to go all the way on it, for goodness sake. No, that's plenty of chocolate. Yeah, Fred's going to get in the chocolate, Jeannie. Fred loves chocolate. Okay, so you try you just want to drain off the excess. Okay? And we have our Oreo. Just roll that in your crushed Oreos, like immediately. How many's gained weight? Raise your hand. I saw that. Okay, so we have our pretzel rod. It needs to set, but there we go. Now you want to, if you've got a food processor, that's the best thing in the world to get your Oreos in crumbs. Now, let's dip a potato chip. OMG. That salt along with the chocolate. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, Ingrid, it's tough, baby, when you see this kind of stuff out here. Okay, so we're tapping off the excess, and we have a dipped potato chip. If y'all have never had chocolate dipped potato chips, they're amazing. I'm just going to say it, they're amazing. Okay, so here is our Nutter Butter. Again, we're just going to dip this. Now let's just coat that stuff on there. Lord have mercy. Yeah, Teresa, the potato chips and chocolate is really good. I love that salt and sweet flavor. Now, again, you only need to do half of these. You don't need to dip the whole thing, because as much as I love chocolate, you don't want to drown the flavor of what you're dipping. Okay? So that's done. We're going to set that over there. Now, I think we're going to dip some strawberries, just some regular strawberries. Excuse me, Fred. Oh my goodness. I love chocolate dipped strawberries. They are so good. So good. Yes, Shelly, I love these. These are the older ones. These are the ones that was out when my kids was growing up. So, yeah. Okay, so we're going to lay our strawberry right there and hope that it doesn't run off the board. Now, the one thing you can also do, here's our white chocolate. Yeah, it is throwback. Okay. First, get your stream of chocolate, white chocolate. Well, I don't have enough on my spoon. Hang on. Okay. You want, when you're doing your little drips and drizzles, you want to start off to the side to get a good flow going. I mean, everything has to have a drizzle. doesn't it? Of course. Everything has to have a drizzle. Okay, so here we go. See, we have drizzled everything. Now it's got to set. We're going to put that in the refrigerator. And then we're going to come back. Hang on. You know what? I'm going to put these in the refrigerator later. So what I'm going to do, okay. Remember the cherries? Remember the cherries that we did? These are chilled. They're nice and chilled. Barbara, are you watching? Okay, so what we're going to do, and again, like I say, remember when you've got, when it's set, when it's chilled, when you dip it into this chocolate, that chocolate's going to immediately adhere to it and it's going to start drying. So just make sure you're ready with what you want, where you want it to be. Got my little paper sitting there, ready to pop it into. We're going to get it in there and we're going to roll it around in the chocolate. With these, you want to make sure every bit of that pink is covered up, because once it starts turning into sugar, once that invertase starts doing its thing, you don't want them to weep. Okay? And just kind of, now this is the tricky part, because sometimes, I will not tell a lie, sometimes that little stem goes, I'm not sticking with you. So that stem will pop off. Nancy, that will be, I will have that information in the newsletter I'm sending out, okay? I promise you, I'll have that in the newsletter. You will not find any better chocolate to work with. All your chocolatiers work with the Belgium chocolate. Now, keep in mind, anything that's worth using, worth eating, is going to be a little more expensive. Okay, so we're going to set that right there in that little, and that will sit and set. Okay? That will dry on its own. We got one more here. I pulled two out. I don't know why, but I did. So we're going to do it again. So we're going to make sure that every bit of that pink is covered up. Every bit of that pink. Okay. Yeah, Shelly, holler at me after this, and I'll let you know. Okay, so we're going to put this in here. It's drained off real good. Put that down in there, and then that's going to set. Now, okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to do this is the Oreo Truffles. Okay, you want to get 2 toothpicks. One of them you're gonna put down into the truffle itself, and you're gonna dip it. Now, you do not have to cover, I don't know if you can see this, you don't have to cover the whole entire top because we're going to do something with the top. So what we're going to do, let that drain off again, let all this drain off because these truffles are cold. And this is the same way you'll do the cheesecake, because I'll be honest with you, I completely forgot to pre-roll cheesecake balls. I'm so sorry, but this is the same way you'll do the cheesecake balls, okay? Let that drain off. Then you're going to set that down. You're going to use your other toothpick. Can you see what I'm doing here? Okay. You're going to use your other toothpick, twist the one that was in it, twist it, bring it out. Alright, now, then we're going to cover the top with some little chocolate. Okay. Then we're just going to drip some Oreos. So this is like double whammy Oreos. Okay? So let that set. Put that in a little container. And there's your Oreo truffle. Okay? Now, I think, yeah, are y'all enjoying this? Are y'all really enjoying this? This is, y'all being so quiet. Let me show you this. And I know that everybody's made these, but aren't they cute? Isn't that fun to dress up your little strawberry like that? So let me show you, let me give you a little quick lesson. For those of you that don't know how to do that, let me give you a quick lesson. The first thing you're going to do, hey Lisa, I'm glad you're here. The first thing you're going to do, if you notice this strawberry, let's go back to this strawberry. Okay. This is a tuxedo strawberry, of course. So the white, we've got to dip the white first. We have to do it in layers, and we have to do it from the bottom up. So the bottom layer is going to be the white. So that's what we're going to start with. And I have chocolate everywhere. Boy, my house smells good. Okay. So we're going to take our berry. We need a nice size berry. Do I have a nice size berry left? I think I put them all over there. Okay, so we're going to take this berry. You want to grab up the greens. Grab the greens part. You don't want to pull on that. You just want to use that as a handle. And you want to dip your berry in the white chocolate. Okay. Let that drain off. Jan's berries, yeah, that's it. Hey Debbie, I'm so glad you're here. We just like to have fun. We're out on the back roads. We just like to have back roads fun. There we go. We do things the old-fashioned way. Okay, so once we let that, we're going to come back to that one. I've got to let that one set. Okay. So then what we're going to do, once we let that one set for a minute, we're going to come in and we're going to dip it in the chocolate on each side. So while we're waiting on that to set, I want to talk to you just a quick second. We have a contest going on, guys. We got one more week in our contest. We have, I'm going to get chocolate all over these knives, so whoever wins these gets some chocolate on them. Not intentionally, but anyhow. Here's a double set. It's a paring set. They're 3.5-inch blades. One's a paring knife and one's a vegetable knife. And as you see on the screen right there, on sale, they're $219 for the set. What I need for you guys to do is to send me an email that says, "Make me a winner, Chef Jan." Send it to mybackroadslife@hotmail.com. If you do not do that, you will not be entered for those knives, okay? If you do not do that, you will not be entered for the knives. That has nothing to do with the group, okay? This is just for the paring knives. So send me an email. Make sure your name is somewhere in that email, because a lot of times the email address comes in and it doesn't have a name attached, and so I'm like going, okay, who is this? Who is this? Who is this? But for those paring knives, send me an email. It says, "Make me a winner, Chef Jan," to mybackroadslife@hotmail.com. Now, this and the other contest will be over next Monday night, the 12th. Monday night, the 12th at midnight Central Standard Time. So we got one more week, guys. So let's get those emails in. Again, that has nothing to do with the group, because this is what I'm fixing to show you with the group. Okay. And this one will probably have chocolate on it too. We have this knife. This is a 7-inch chef's knife. Let me tell you something. This is a hard one to part with. I'm just keeping it real. This is a hard one to part with. You see the price on there, folks. That is no joke. That is no joke. This one has to do with joining my group. Again, my group is free. It does not cost a dime to be a member of my group. If you will go to facebook.com/group/mybackroadslife with Chef Jan, there will be one question when you click the button to join. One question, and it will say, "What is your email address?" Please put your email address. If you do not put your email address, I can't accept it. What I have done the past week is I've messaged the folks that forgot to put their email address in, or for one reason or the other, and given them told them, listen, the email address needs to be in here. So make sure that you go to My Backroads Life with Chef Jan and join my group. I was so thrilled. Was it yesterday, guys? Was it yesterday? Oh my, Shelley, you've got storms there? I'm sorry. I think it was yesterday. We hit 100 members. I was so excited. We got 100 members. We've got a little over 100 now, thanks to Peggy. Peggy has sent me some of her folks. But I'm really excited because, folks, this is where we're headed to, because I know a lot of people's talked about this Facebook algorithm and Mark Zuckerberg's, what he's doing and stuff like that. There are some changes going on with Facebook. Bottom line, there's just some changes. So we need to move everybody to the group so that we can still continue to reach you. Okay, so that we can have these times together, so that I can show you how to dip chocolate, how to do all these things. I want to be able to show you and give you the tips and tricks that you need to do these things. No charge. So I need you to move over to the group, because the first week in March, that's where we'll be. We won't be here on the confections page anymore. But, okay, so let's do that. while I have your attention, and again, while these are setting, I have something really personal to talk to you about. A dear friend of mine from New Zealand had posted something about mental health, anxiety issues, all of the above. And folks, I want to tell you something. A little over 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with agoraphobia, extreme anxiety disorder. There had been some things that happened within our family. We lost our grandbaby. She was a day away from being 3 months old, our first grandchild. She passed away with SIDS. Shortly after that, my mom was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. And I tell you all, and I say it over and over and over again, I have a new respect for the caregivers to Alzheimer's patients. I had a nervous breakdown. My husband was off working. Caleb and Tiffany was still home. And man, I don't want to keep going. I'm getting emotional. One of the things, I depended a lot on the kids because Dale was gone a lot. Caleb knows how I love to sit around the fire. So he got out in the yard, and that young'un worked his butt off, and he dug one of the biggest and most awesome fire pits ever in this lifetime. And we would sit out by the fire. He would build a nice fire because he knew that was calming to me. Tiffany would play her guitar, and all she had to do was do that first strum, and I could feel it. I could feel my body relaxing when I had an anxiety attack. People don't talk about this. There's a big misconception. But folks, let me tell you something. I know what it is. I know what it's like to feel like you're having a heart attack and think you're dying, but you're having an anxiety attack. And I didn't know what it was. So yesterday, my friend had posted this about mental health, and it really struck me because in church Sunday, we had a great service. We was with Tammy and JD and Peggy and Peggy's mom, and the preacher spoke on blessings and how blessings come to us. We're not always blessed with monetary stuff. That's not what blessings are about. So I prayed that God would allow me to be a blessing. And so, I mean, all morning yesterday, I was saying, okay, Lord, you got to slap me in the face with this. That's the kind of person I am. I don't hear. You got to pop me with it. So I got a private message from a dear, precious young lady. And she asked me, she said, Chef Jan, do you suffer from anxiety? And I said, yes. So she and I got to sharing, and I would share some of the things that I went through, and she was like, oh my, that's me too. I do the same thing. And she struggled with telling people, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it's hard to stand here and tell you what I've been through and what I still go through on a daily basis. But God has allowed people in my life, my husband, my children, that have helped me. And what I want to do is to help someone else. I want to have something that people can come to, a place people can come to that can share what they're going through, whether they've been officially diagnosed or not. Just share what they're going through. So tonight we're launching a new group page, and it's called Friends in Prayer. You see it right on the screen. hashtag friends in prayer. If you put that in your in the top line at your on your Facebook, you can come to this group. You'll find the group. You have to join. No, it doesn't cost a dime to join. But if you struggle, let me tell you something. This is the place to come to. And now if you type it in, it's Friends in Prayer Group. That's how you'll get to us. But I have called on a woman of faith to help me administrate this group. Her name is Kay Turner. She's pastor's wife from the church I grew up in, and loves the Lord. And she is one of the most compassionate women I have ever met. So, what I would like anybody that struggles, if you haven't been now let me make sure you understand this. We're not counselors. We are not medical counselors. We don't have a PhD. We don't have any, but what we do have is compassion, and we have love, and we have an ear to listen, and we will not judge, because that is not what this is about. You cannot be that way. And so that's why we're launching this tonight. So if you have anxiety, if there's a lot of stress going on these days, stress and Tiff, I hope you don't mind. Tiffany my daughter's in nursing school. And I've never been through nursing school, but I understand what the stress is that she goes through. My son is a diesel mechanic, and he's working 12, 16 hours a day. And I don't know what it is to be a diesel mechanic, but I understand the stress. So everybody's got stress coming from different areas. And folks, I want to be able to help you. Now, do I have the golden ticket to the answer? No, I don't. But what I do have is I have a listening ear and a compassionate heart, just as Kay does. And we want to help. So, even if there's only one person in the group, we want to help. We want to minister. And so check us out. Like I say, this is a big night for me, because there's a very special young lady, and she's here on the group tonight. She's here, and she knows who she is. God knows who she is. And she's the one that showed me yesterday that this is what I need to be doing. And I need to. There have been times, and my husband will tell you, my daughter will tell, my son will tell you, I have just been crumbled, and I've cried, and I've said, God, why? Why do I have to go through these attacks, these panic attacks, to where, it just debilitates you? But I realized why. Because if I didn't go through them, I wouldn't know how to say, listen, I understand. I've been there. I've been there. So, do I always still thank God for it? No, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm human. I would love to not have the panic attacks, but I do, and I understand. So check us out if you want to join in. If you feel like you've got something to contribute to the group and you want to be there as a prayer partner or a listening ear, please join us. We need all the listeners, all the compassion that we can find to come into our group. Friends in Prayer. Hashtag Friends in Prayer. And I can't say too much more without getting emotional, but check us out and join the group if you have struggles, if you have stress, and we would love to have you there, okay? All right, we're good. Okay, now I'm going to try to gather myself up. Yes, Shelley, okay. Shelley just made a very good point. God allows paths to cross. Now, I don't care what church you go to. I don't care if you don't go to church. God allows paths to cross. Not everybody, my mama was Pentecostal, but I was raised in a Baptist home because my stepfather was a Baptist deacon. But my mama never lost the Pentecostal. I mean, it was in her blood. I've played piano for Southern Gospel groups for over 17 years. I traveled church to church to church to church, all kinds of church. It don't matter what's written over the door. We're all here for the same reason. We want to reach out. There's enough mess going on in the world today. We want to reach out with humbleness, compassion, bring some joy, some laughter. That's what I try to do here, guys. I try to make these just as light and fluffy as I can. Ingrid will tell you, she was in my class. Half the time we spent the time laughing. You know, that's what's so important. You need to get rid of the stress the best way you can. And if this is the way that does it, let's do it. Let's do it. So check us out. Oh, Barbara, sis, I remember the day too. It's been a few years. Phoebe Buck. I see you're here. Let me tell you something. Phoebe and I have gone way back. Her family was one of the first gospel groups that I played for. I played the piano for. And we traveled. I mean, we traveled. And we ministered. And that's, to this day, was one of the best experiences of my life. Her mom, her dad, what was it, six girls, Phoebe? I think it was 6 girls in the group. And we traveled and we ministered. And it was amazing. Amazing. Loved every minute of it. So Phoebe, I'm glad you're here, Shug. It's good to see you. All right, now. Okay. So we have, remember, we're working on our tuxedo. Working on our tuxedo. Yes, we are. Okay, so we're going to take our white chocolate. Let me make sure I can get this in here where you can see it. We want to put it in at an angle. We're going to lift it. We're going to let that set for a minute. Oh, is Kim here too? Amen, Heather. God's got this. He does. I got a story I could tell y'all about Heather too, but I will save that for another day. Heather, God bless her heart. She helped me carry a cake for Tiffany's 18th birthday. Yeah, that's a story for another day. Y'all remind me about that one, okay? Remind me about that one. We're going to let that berry sit and set. Now, remember our berries with the cream cheese in it? Hey, Amy. Kim's here. Amy's here. Man, I tell you, the gang's all here, aren't they? Okay. Now, one thing I want to tell you guys. When you dip your berries, leave a little bit of the top of the red out, just for purty. Because when you start getting the chocolate all the way up to the top, then you start getting the chocolate in the greens, and even though they're good to eat, the purtiness goes away. So just, can you see how I've done this? I've left some of you just leave a little bit of the top, okay? You want to see the berry. Come on, goodness gracious. You want to see that berry. All right. Okay, and so then what we do, we're going to take our white chocolate and we're going to drizzle. Okay. That's some good stuff right there, guys. You know what? My berry just stuck to the table, to the plate. I didn't put it on. Alright, well, okay, here we go. Now we're going to take the other side and we're going to dip the other side at an angle. So see, you leave that little V for the shirt right there. Oh, how precious! Oh, how precious. Oh, we've all got good stories about Heather, yeah. Tiffany, you do need some chocolate covered berries, baby. I tell you what, why don't you come on to Oklahoma? I'll fix you some. Okay, so we've got our berry. Now, here is the fun part. We're going to take our toothpick. We're going to dip it in the white chocolate. And we're going to dot. Okay. Did y'all see that? Is that not adorable? Okay, now we're going to take our other toothpick in the dark chocolate. And we're going to make, I don't know if y'all can see me. We're going to make the bow tie. And to quote Barney Fife on Mayberry, this is therapeutic. Did y'all ever watch that? Y'all need to watch that one. Therapeutic is what Barney Fife said it was. Okay, are we still on this, Cameron? Look at that. Look at that. How cute is that? Oh my gosh. I got all my skills from my daughter. Oh, have mercy. Yes, I did, Tiffany. That's right. Your dad's sitting over here shaking his head, but that's okay. All right. Now, have y'all enjoyed chocolate night? My kitchen's a wreck. Does anybody want to come help me? Look at all this stuff. Look at all this food. Tammy, you need to come to the house. I do want to. I want to thank. You felt bad for Otis, Jeannie? Yes, Tiffany. Thank you. Berries. Your berries. This is a time of year that Sam's Club, and I don't make no money doing this, but Sam's Club is going to have your best berries. And a lot of times, because of the Valentine's Day coming up, a lot of times you'll be able to find the big berries with the stems out of them. And that's the ones that you really want to get if you want to give them away. While we're talking about that. Okay. Oh, that looks, I got chocolate everywhere. Now, folks, if you want to give something to somebody that you love, Shelly, you come on, baby. My door's open to you anytime, day or night. Okay, if you want to give something to someone you love, all right? And I know that these days money's tight, but all of these things you can do yourself. You know, you can go back, you can watch the replay. I'll have recipes listed on the group page. All these. So go over. Yeah, Peggy. Come on. Peggy, you and Tammy, come on over to the house. Go to Dollar Tree. I'm just going to tell you. Go to Dollar Tree. Look at these cute little these cute little containers. They've got the crinkle paper. Cute little containers. This one has a little Velcro and opens up. So I've put some little crinkle paper in there. I mean, and it's not that you're trying to be cheap, but it's the thought that counts. You know, so make up some stuff. Here, let's put some truffles in here. Put a couple truffles in here. You want to put some cherries, but make sure that the cherries you put in there have already bloomed and they're already liquefied. Let's put a pineapple cluster in there. You know? Yeah, sis, the Dollar Tree. There's absolutely go to the Dollar Tree. Let's put a little cookie down in there. You know, fill it up however you like. Put the lid on it. And you have got one of the most, let me tell you something. If this thing was full of chocolate covered strawberries, I know 2 people, my daughter-in-law and my daughter, would be over the moon. Bottom line. That's, you know, these types of gifts, folks, when you take time to make them yourself and package them up, and that just shows how much you care for somebody. So it's not about, well, I bought this at the Dollar Tree. No, this is a nice little container. And it's something that they can keep. This is plastic. And this is a nice little box. Tiffany, we'll talk about that later. So this is a nice little box. It's got glitter on it. Really, 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 really nice. So here you go. This is what you want to do. That's why I wanted to do this a week out from Valentine's Day, not the night before. So these are all great ideas for you to do, to create and make something for the one you love. Now, we're going to, I think we're pretty much done. There's a couple things I want to talk to you about. Dina at You and Me Designs. Dina has created my mason jar logo that you see in the opening and the closing. Dina is a multi-talented young lady. She is amazing. She has, if you have a vinyl cutter, she creates SVGs for your vinyl cutter that you can cut out. You can do shirts, you can do signs. A lot of these rustic signs, farmhouse signs, all this stuff is in now. She also has printables. She has designed, and all you have to do is, the way that she's got them is in PDF form. Print them out. You've got you some of the cutest little tags. Anything I mean, all types. So go to her, youandmeprintables.com, and check out her designs. Now, we have some very dear friends. Everybody knows that as I said last week, I was an Andy Show Griffith fan, but I am an Andy Griffith Show fan from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet. I mean, that's just the way it is. Weaver's Department Store, our real good friends, and Alan and Jan Newsom, they run the online Weaver's Department Store. So if you know anybody that enjoys Mayberry, that enjoys the Andy Griffith Show, this is your everything Mayberry connection. Get in touch with them. Look them up and look and see what they've got going on. Because I can guarantee you that if you've got somebody that loves the Andy Griffith Show, you're going to find a gift for them there that they will cherish and treasure forever. My son, back in, years ago, we was in western North Carolina, and he went across the gorge over into Pigeon Forge and came home with a sign, and it's right over there on my wall, and it's the Men of Mayberry. I love that sign. I love Mayberry. Everybody knows that. So check them out. Check out Alan and Jan, the WeaversDepartmentStore.com. Man, you know what? This cake is looking really good. So, I think what I'll do, don't forget about the knives, guys. The knives. Guess what I'm fixing to do? Oh, Tiffany! Look what your mama's fixing to do. Look up here. Look up here. Look right here. Oh, have mercy. I am cutting this cake. I am cutting this cake. I sure am. I'm cutting this cake. Y'all want to stop by? I got plenty. I got plenty. We're in Oklahoma. When you get to the door, just ring the doorbell. I might not answer the door because I'll probably be, look at this. Oh my heavens. Now, folks, let me tell you a little bit about this recipe. Larry wants a piece. I hear you. Come on. I had an ebook coming out. This recipe is in it. This recipe. So, when the ebook gets here, you'll have this recipe. I have parted with recipes I never thought I would part with. Okay? There were some that I was forbidden to part with, but I parted with a lot. So, look at this. Oh my Lord, have mercy. I know that's not nice, Tiffany. Tammy, y'all head on this way, honey. Y'all head on this way. We'll keep the light on for you. Listen, guys, I have loved being with y'all tonight. I hope that you have learned something. I hope I've been able to show you and help you with in your chocolate journey. Please check out my group. Join my Back Roads Life with Chef Jan, so that you won't miss anything once we shift over there. I really don't want you to miss anything. And invite your friends and your in-laws, your outlaws, all of them. Invite them. Head them on over there to my Back Roads Life with Chef Jan. God bless you and God keep you. Check out Friends in Prayer. Hashtag Friends in Prayer. And from my husband, myself, my family that's here, my daughter, my son, my sisters, God bless you. We love you guys. We'll see you right back here next week in my kitchen here in Oklahoma. God bless you. See you then. Here at My Backroads Life, we have 3 foundations that are very near and dear to our hearts. The Alzheimer's Association at alz.org, the American SIDS Institute at sids.org, and the Gastroschisis Foundation at averysangels.org.